Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, Lord. All right, who's in here? Okay, I got a Truvani, a G. Hey there, what's up? Quanda Gamer, what's up, man? All right, I don't know, some other people joined. I can't really see y'all. I'm trying this for the first damn time, y'all. Last night, I can't see some of the rest of y'all, so y'all forgive me if I can't see your comments. I saw some other folks. Sequan. Black Nation TV, what's up, homeboy? What's up, baby boy? How's the new gig? I know you. I'm still here right now, Black Nation. Guns and Butter, I love that damn name. JJ Gaming, yeah, baby boy, how my son doing? And my daughter. What's up, Shy? Dreaming Big, hello. Okay, I'm trying this live thing, y'all. Grind Mode J. I love your channel, homie. I do. I want to know if you went to the bus company, because I know you were looking at the buses, and I left you a comment on their Grind Mode. Busing company, if it's union, they can pay good money. It might not seem like it's starting out good, like trucking, just so y'all know. And I'm talking to Grind Mode, but y'all can get this too, because y'all in trucking. Because I got a bus offer, but one of my good girlfriends I used to work with at the bank, her mom and her stepdad retired from Los Angeles. They're from Compton. They retired from the Los Angeles bus system, Chatter, and it's union. Good pension. So you might not seem like you're starting out a lot, but when you get in there and you get on a board and you start running your routes, and then you get your route that you like, you can make some good money. Oh, you got big trucking bug like the rest of us. Grind Mode, bro. I understand, man. That's the only reason I'm out here. There's a piece to it. You can't explain it. It's that riding and seeing the views and going through stuff. Anyway, y'all still here. I got the cold. For those of y'all who know, I had a cold. So I'm feeling better. I slept all day yesterday. So Black Nation TV, my driver manager, I love that damn woman. I do. She's so sweet. They worked with me. They because I had like a couple sick days. So the load that I had was going to Nestle, and it's supposed to go to Cali, the one I swapped off with. And hey, Quanda Gamer, yeah, I saw you. I've seen you on there before. I did. I haven't done my shout outs yet, but I did see you join. Okay, yeah, you home. That's a good company, Black Nation. That's a good company, and they keep you home more frequently. Yeah, that's a good company. I mean, as long as you get home. A good way to see who every trucking company right now in America got freight because of the shortage, right? And I'm gonna come back to my code in a minute. Every trucking company, it's like when I was at the little Oklahoma company, and they're like, "Oh, well, we got freight." Everybody got freight right now. it's over 200,000 driver shortage. I don't give a damn. If you're working for a company and you ain't driving a load, there's a problem. Every company, even if it's Hobo John, and they got a truck and a trailer, they got freight. And if they're not doing it, they're not working right. Anyway, the company you with, Grind Mode, or not Grind Mode, Black Nation TV, good about how the driver treatment is, but I do know that you will be home frequently on that particular run doing intermodal. So you can do, even with this company, I don't know if they wouldn't work with you, but they got bigger issues here. The issues here are just way bigger. And but my driver manager, I love the lady, because I just called her like, look, I brought this load to Phoenix in case y'all need a driver to take it, and I want someone to check them tires on the back of the trailer. They didn't really do that. I said, if you want to wait for me to get better, that's fine. I don't feel good. I didn't know if they're going to tell me to clean truck. I didn't care. I was already doing that. I'm already cleaning it down. Because, A, when I'm sick, I don't like clutter. Oh, when I'm sick, I do not like clutter. So, cold is getting better, but I was out in that cold, and I was really bad. So, all day yesterday, I slept. My black behind. I was back in that mug, like, drool all down my face, cold all in my eyes. That was what it was. But they have worked with me, and you get sick time here, but you don't earn sick time like when I was in a regular corporate job. Bro, if you check the last 4 videos, Grind Mode J, yes, I hit big time snow I was going to meet up with Town Trucker in where we gonna meet? Where are we meeting, brother? We're meeting in starts with an M in New Mexico, and I was just 40 miles from him, and it was bad. It got, you could barely see. My windshield wipers started building up. I had ice on the window. It was bad. Travonia, I don't tell the company I'm with. I do that. I do it for a lot of reasons, because I can, by not saying who I work for, I can openly tell you the good, bad, and the ugly. If you start telling who you work for in an open forum and there's ugly stuff, it can come and bite you in the butt. And it might still bite me in the butt. I'm not really worried about that to that extent, but I'm not going to hand it to them on a platter. I'm just not. So I don't tell where I work. Now, there's a few people in here who know where I work because they either work here or have worked here and they've seen me in person. But yeah, Grandma, I missed what you said about being sick on the truck, but it does suck. I'm thinking you said something like that. Mine is mainly a cold. Yeah, man. Yeah. It does take a little bit. Luckily enough, like I said, the one thing I'm really struggling with staying here and leaving, but my driver manager, if I could take that woman with me, I love her. She's just a sweetheart. That's really one of the other reasons I have had good with this company. Even when I was with them back in 2011, I had very good driver manager. I think only one of them I was so with, but I ended up on her fleet because I ended up teaming, and she was good because she had driven before, but she was very micromanaging, which is one of the reasons I did leave. Wasn't that I didn't like her. I thought she was a very sweet lady, but I don't like to be micromanaged. When you've managed before, you really don't like to be micromanaged. But no, being sick on the truck, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm here at Walmart. I'm getting ready to go get me something to eat, but I wanted to try this live thing out because last night I was on a small live feed on Facebook with one of my boys on a 411 channel, and it was actually kind of cool. You know, I knew that he just needed to talk, and sometimes people just need to talk. That's one thing in this industry. I like the fact of where we've taken social media. We can talk about stuff. You can just sometimes just talk. There was one trucker, he said, you know, I don't want to be that weird ass trucker that's out at the damn fuel island, weird, talking to themselves. So this is an outlet to not be like that. But yeah, my driver manager, she worked with me, so I told her, I said, look, I was going to leave today, and I said, look, I need about one more day and to get better. After the 2:30 a.m., nobody answers the phone. I work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Okay, yeah, hey. And you chilling in Cali after that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If that works for you. I might be looking for something the same. My father's in a city called Lubbock, Texas. And I know that O'Reilly is hiring big time out there. It's auto parts company. And I would be home every day. Okay, you going to team with your brother, Grandma J. All right. Yeah, I saw the video with your brother on there. I was wondering if y'all were gonna do that. And I wanted to see how your teaming videos came out, because it's really good to see that. Like, I sometimes enjoy watching like Nick and Carla from Prime doing that teaming. Now, if you go back, Grind Mode, are you going to do lease purchase with Prime? Because I got her name somewhere. I talked to one of your ladies. I ran into her when I run into Chi-Town Trucker. He's on here, JJ Gamer. And when we went up for the first time, well, we talk all the time on the phone, but when we had met up for the first time over the road, there was a lady that wanted my parking spot, and she said, are you leaving? I said, yeah. She was a Prime driver, and we got to talking, and she's on the driver advisory board there at Prime. And that lady, probably take some more cold medicine because it started to drain. That lady, I'm sitting here, I'm going to show y'all where I'm sitting, y'all. Let me show y'all real quick. So Walmart across the street, it's a little plaza. A lot of trucks come in here because you see the trucks over there, and there's a lot of little food. There's Concentra, which is another reason you see us, because if they do random drug screenings, they probably have to come here and they can park the trucks. And then over on that side, Walmart used to let us park, but they done blocked us all off now. Buttholes. You can barely look. Even delivering they load, they done blocked our ass. Let me put that back. All right. And then there's a bunch. You got Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. You got some shoe stores up here. Just over there is a mall too. They got like a Burlington Coat Factory. That's where I got my trucker doll hat etched. It's like more of a Latino mall, but they got some cool stuff up in there. And then you got the Burlington Coat Factory, which is where I usually go for my big man's clothing. shirts and stuff. And then you got Ross Dress for Less, Big Lots. Y'all don't know, you truckers, Big Lots is a good place to get drinks and stuff, and like little incidentals at cheap rates, and pack that crap in your truck. I'm just saying. Y'all might want to look at that. There's a Home Depot. I don't do tools at Home Depot. I go to Harbor Freight, and that's in this Latino area. No lease, just trying to knock out this debt and move down south. Okay. All right, Grandma J. What part of the South do you think about moving to, Grind? Where do you think about moving to in the South? Because I've been looking, I'm in Arizona, but I know my brother and his wife, they just moved to Fort Worth. He's a general manager for Hilton Hotel, so they just moved there. I have zero desire to live in the Dallas area. I mean, it's nice to go through it. I personally, if I went to Texas, I want to be in some open land area with some water near me. Ooh, Florida? Okay. Is that where she lives right now in Florida? My best friend is in West Palm. Her and her husband, when they got out the military, they went to West Palm. I'm not a big Florida fan. I mean, it's beautiful, it's green, but that humidity is, woo, it's beast. Plus, you got all them damn hurricanes that come through there. They get, and I think it's hurricanes that they get a lot of. And that's one thing she's fed up with. But they own their house, and he's about to retire from the post office. Indianapolis, stand up, guns and butter. All right. I've been through Indy, all right. Y'all all right. That's not where I want to live, but it's a nice little drive. I like going through y'all area. Because I've been through Indianapolis. I love your name, Guns and Butter, though. I ain't gonna lie with you. I got somebody else who got like 40 something 45. It's funny. I'm like, okay, you ain't playing. Oh man, the snow. That's my only concern. I don't want to go. Because where I'm looking, because I want to relocate from Arizona, but I want some land because I want to do a tiny home and I want to be able to garden. But I don't know. I know I don't want Florida. You know, my best friends there. We talk on the phone almost every other day. Fort Worth in the house. Okay, Fort Worth. Okay, my brother just moved at Brown Sugar. Oh, you a bus driver? Okay. Yeah, my brother just moved. Well, they've been there about a year. They just bought a house there, and he's a general manager for one of your Hiltons down there in Dallas. And then I don't know what his wife does, because she was working from home here in Arizona, but I don't know what she does. I think she might be in education. I'm not sure exactly what his wife does, but they moved down there and they just bought not brand new, but a house new to them. Arizona's not hard to get used to. Here's the deal with, okay, so you say, Grandma, Arizona's too hot? So I defend my state because I used to hate my state. And as I got older, growing up as a kid, everybody wanted to move to California because California was where the cool folks live, right? Now I'm older, you couldn't pay me to live in California. You couldn't pay me $2, $200, $1 million. Well, no, you couldn't pay me $1 million because you can't live on a freaking $1 million in California. You couldn't pay me $1 million to live in California. And it'd be irritating as hell. Arizona heat, we're a dry heat, so it's different from that humidity. The humidity, we don't have that unless you go maybe, we have what we call the monsoon season, and that's like maybe a month of humidity, and it's not anything like Florida. I'm going back to trucking around. Brown Sugar's going back. Okay, bus driver, going back to trucking around March or May. Okay. Do you go through Mississippi, Tennessee? Tennessee, yes. I haven't been to Mississippi with this company in a long time. When I was with Conway, I used to go into Tennessee and Mississippi a lot because I used to take loads out of Tennessee up into Canada. And I also used to pull hazmat loads from a plant in Tennessee out of there. And Mississippi, I forgot what I used to get from them. In Mississippi, I brought military equipment down with Conway into Mississippi. So I would go down there with parts for the tanks and for the military trucks. And that's what I did. I'm not with U.S. Express. So I'm going to tell you, I've never worked for U.S. Express. I had a brother on here who was trying to get me to come to U.S. Express, who has bought like 4 or 5 trucks through them. And I still got to talk to him because I want to talk to him more about his owner-op part. Do you know a good starting backup company in Texas? Chi-Town Trucker is on here. He's going by JJ Gamer. He is with SRT. They are Texarkana. they're on the border of Texas and Arkansas. That's Texarkana, right? So that will put you right where you need to do. Hit him up. His YouTube channel is Chi-Town Trucker. You can also get him on the Trucker411, and he can tell you about SRT. I will say what I'm impressed with SRT. Their equipment is nice. I just missed somebody's comments. I'm sorry about that. The equipment with SRT, I like their trailers and the trucks. Even over the road when I don't see him, I'm a person, I look at all trucking companies. Their equipment is really well maintained. And that is something that's huge. It reminds me, you want to go with this Prime's equipment. I always look at Prime. Their equipment is like, you go, okay. But Prime is similar. They remind me, at least from what I see, similar to when I was with Conway, where you go into this bay, they check your truck, they check your trailer, they checking everything. They making sure they crap it straight. And that's really when you know you're working with a company who's, to me, their primary focus is safety, because they're looking at the equipment. And if you just, like what I went through the other night when I came into the company I'm with, and I just drove in, and I'm telling him I'm hearing this tire go pop, 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 in the back. He didn't look at the tire, he's walking around the truck. But he's worn out. I get it. Everyone says hot there, but I'm trying to relocate to Arizona. I want that type of heat. Chicago. There are a lot of Chicagoans here in Arizona. I got a lot of friends from Chi-Town here in Arizona. Probably why I get along with Chi, because I got a lot of people from Chicago here in Arizona. Quan the Gamer, yes, and I have watched Junior. Actually, I really love when he was training Rodney. And actually, Junior just gave me some feedback on my channel regarding my fear of trying out for Prime, okay? Because I have a fear of trying out for Prime. So he just gave me some information on that, which has been really helpful. I'm trying to see if the dude is walking up to me, because I'm parked in this parking. They don't bother me, but I always watch. Junior Honduras just gave me some feedback. So yes, I do watch Junior. I remember when he was training Rodney, the guy who died on him, a student who died due to the blood clot. And I really wish he would have posted ahead of time, because I have family members who have blood clotting disorders, and I would have known. I knew immediately what his issue was as soon as he posted he passed place. Yeah, a lot of Chicago people. Yeah, I have a fear of Prime. I know, because they're so picky. Prime is so picky, and it's good that they're that picky. That's kind of what I'm telling the company I'm with, because the students I had on here, you just hiring anybody to put butts in the seat, and these people can't drive, and you wonder why you got multi-million-dollar accidents like that. The Nigerian girl, I still told them, hey, y'all may want to give her a chance, but in my heart of hearts, in my gut, I didn't think she was gonna make it, and I thought she was dangerous. What were my studying strategies for what? And I'm sorry, it went off the screen. So ask me that question again. And y'all, I'm going to get ready to go get something to eat in a minute. I was trying to I feel a little better, so I think I'm going to get me a veggie pizza. We got a place out here called Blaze Pizza, and I'm going to get me a Blaze veggie pizza, and it's good. You just pile it up. What was my studying? I hope you're asking about my studying habits for the CDL. So how I studied for my CDL, and I have all my endorsements except for the passenger, which I'm pissed. I should have got that when I was in trucking school, because I could have got it then. And Bill told me, Trucker Bill told me, get all your endorsements. That's the only one I didn't get, because it would have just made it so easy for me to apply for other stuff without having to go through I probably would have to go through training for a busing company. Because Greyhound was another thing I was looking at. Greyhound, that was another thing. I don't know, though, because some people on the buses be crazy, but if you come with the right kind of money, I can deal with crazy. Okay, I can get just crazy as you are. How I studied for my CDL, the school I was in, we were going through material. That's why I said my school was 6 months long. So I paid a pretty penny for my trucking school. It was over 10 grand. It was 10 grand, exactly, around 9,000 something. And I did financial aid and make payments on it. But my school, we actually were studying for the first portion. We had a book about this thick. And that book took us through everything. And while we were learning, it was teaching us everything for a CDL. So if you learn there, you're going to pick it up. Somebody wrote something. What? It could just... Oh, shoot. Thank you. It's my first live. Thank you, JJ. I didn't know I could. Okay. All right. So for the studying, what I did, I had some people who had passed prior. One of the guys who was in my trucking school, he told me how to pass online when you go inside. So here are the keys to the kingdom. If you search on here, and I think it's Chris CRST or something like that, something like that, there are free tests that you can take on the internet for your CDL, your air brakes, your hazmat, your there's free, you can just do CDL free test or test. And there are practice tests on here. I'm no lie. Probably about 80 to 90% of the questions on the practice test are the same damn questions you're going to take at DMV. If you keep practicing the questions, when you go to DMV, there's no way you cannot pass. Because you'll be like, I just saw that on the practice test. That's the answer. I just saw that. That's the answer. They may reword it a little different, so you're going to have to know your crap. Just have to practice it. But like my hazmat, I had to re-get my hazmat. I went online, I didn't even read the hazmat. I just went in there and went through the practice test, and I passed at 100%. It just requires like 80, I think 80% or something like that. Once you hit that, it cuts it off. Let's see here. Okay, what's up? Trying to focus. I'm answering questions. It wasn't that plan. I was just going to play with this. Travis, I'm just answering questions. What's up, man? So right now, I'm just answering questions anybody asks. Miss Tasha, how you doing, baby? What's the best trucking school in Arizona? I went to a school called AIT, which I was very pleased with, but that was back in 2009. I cannot tell you if they're still as good as they were. Right now, there are 3 major trucking schools that I know of in Arizona. One is AIT, the one I went to, American Institute of Technology, Southwest Trucking School, and a Phoenix something. And the Phoenix something has some good ratings. Just pull up trucking schools on your Google search, and those 3 should come right up. Yeah, Kid Danger said for the person who was asking about practicing the exams, you can download an app from DMV Genie, I guess, and do that. How did I study pre-trip? We did the pre-trip right there at my trucking school. So the other thing was, if you go into a trucking school or some of these trucking companies, the people that are training you are also testers. So they test you. And so we went around the engine enough to where I remembered everything. How many hours did I study? Well, what I would do is we were in the class. I can't remember how long we were at school. We were at school like an hour or so, a couple of hours. And then maybe even longer than that, because we even had a lunch break. I might have been even longer. Now that I'm fact, I'm thinking about 4 hours. So like a little junior college class. And we were in there, and then when I would leave for the day, I would go with my laptop to the coffee house, and I would sit at the coffee house for a couple of hours and go over stuff. Oh, Quanda Gamer, thank you. I just decided to try it, man. When I have time, I will definitely do more lives. Thank you for the feedback. Brown Sugar, thank you also for the feedback. Yeah, I will try to do more lives for you guys. I just was like last night, it was DCIJams who did his, and I was like, this is kind of cool. It was only like 3 of us in there, but I knew he just needed to talk. He's having some issues with his trucking company. And EB, what's up, baby? And he's having some issues with his trucking company, so I knew he needed to get some stress off his chest. You can get stressed out here. I mean, you just can. For those of you who've driven, y'all know that. And you can love it, and then just be at the same time you love it, and then you want to go in that office and put your foot in the middle of somebody's a-hole. I was there this weekend. I was there talking to me crazy. I was there this weekend. I almost like, oh, and I'm being funny. I'm not a violent where I'm gonna go in and kick somebody's butt. So I'm playing, y'all. But you know what I'm saying. You want to just go in there and rip them a new butthole, tell them off, and then you just have to pull back and understand. I have to talk to myself, have like a come to Jesus meeting with Channing, like a come to Jesus. Trucker Dog be like, I gotta have a come to Jesus meeting with myself, with Jesus. This person get ready to put my clown shoes all up in hell. And they'll do that to you. They'll make you, and then you have to realize what I realized. My driver manager, I like her because I was like, she's like, shit, I got to tell you to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, I said, you got shit to do, go and do your shit. She said, girl. And then we hang up. Because you have to understand, they got a lot of people and truckers, we sit in this seat and we think the people in the office, we think that, they assholes, they don't know. No, I worked in the office. You got some other a-hole. You got somebody above them, coming down with stuff from some other dumbass who don't know, pulling downhill. And unfortunately, in the truck, if you don't understand that, you automatically think the driver managers don't know what they're doing. They may or may not. They may be told to do something that they like, this is dumb as hell. And they actually know. The good thing about my driver manager, her husband is a driver for this company. So he's a truck driver. So that's good. And then her partner, who's another driver manager I deal with in the office, they sit across from each other. She drove for a year, and her whole family has worked in trucking. So I got the ladies I deal with, they understand the industry. So if you can get, that's why I tell you, some people, I think somebody asked me about if you're a company driver that you have to, it's forced dispatch. Depends on the company, but you also can have a come to Jesus meeting. Now, I'm a come to Jesus person. I'm like, we're going to have a come to Jesus meeting? Yes, we are. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Because right now, with 5 years, no accidents, I know what I can get. I already know what I can get. I've had a taste of it. So I know what I can get. I just got to work towards that. Let me see if I had any other questions. Okay, Black Nation TV said he did school bus driving for 4 years in LA. Oh, Los Angeles. Oh, baby. You said, hold on. I don't want to do that. Hold on. No, I don't want to delete it. I want to see it. Hold on. I don't want to delete it. No, I don't want to delete it. It's doing some weird, Black Nation. Sorry. You did school bus driving for 4 years and left. You were at 2638. Oh, that's not bad, bro. Well, in Los Angeles, that's not good money, but okay. And you have all your endorsements. Okay, yeah. So right now, if y'all don't want to drive a truck, and Black Nation, I hope I didn't block you or anything. Let me see this little arrow. Hey, Sha, what's up with the little arrow? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry about that, Black Nation, but I went back and read it, so it don't matter. All right. If you guys want to go bus driving, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it just would depend. But like your local busing companies can pay good money. Some of the companies pay good money. What is up with the little arrow? I want the little arrow to go away. Okay, it went away. Oh, hold on. I want the little arrow to go away, but it's okay. Okay. It shows me his message was deleted. Okay, I didn't mean to delete you, but I read the message, so we're good. Yeah, it's a blue arrow. I'm learning this, y'all. I'm learning this. Yeah, it was a blue arrow. It went away now, so I'm happy. But what is a little blue arrow mean? Just mean go down further? And I read your message, Black Nation, so as long as you all still on here, I just want to make sure I didn't block you, because I was holding it, and then all of a sudden this other crap came up about blocking, and I'm trying not to block you. All right, didn't mean to delete your message, but I read it. So, no, you can make good money. 2638 is good if you're in Arizona. In California, that ain't good money. that's some BS in California, because y'all cost of living is high as hell in California. I don't know how y'all do it. I'd probably be living in my car. Although I've seen people living in their trucks in their car in California, so I understand why. Oh, okay, cool. Got to read some comments. All right, thank you, Quan and JJ, thank you. All right, y'all know how to work this. But and y'all, if y'all want to hit JJ Gamer up, the person who asked about the Texas trucking company, JJ Gamer is Chi-Town Trucker. He works for SRT, which is in Texarkana, Texas. You can hit him up on his channel, Chi-Town Trucker, or on the TheTrucker411, and he will answer any questions about SRT. And then he can get you, because he's getting me in touch. Well, I've talked to his people at SRT. So he already talked to his driver manager and stuff about me. That's my baby boy. He's like my adopted son. Him and Black Nation TV. And Black Nation, I wish we could have sat down, because I'm a hot fool. And you already know, you already picked that up from my training. I'm really cool. I have a sarcastic side. And when I'm irritated, it just really just is like, and the older I'm getting, being 50, man, I'm a piece of work. Oh, yeah, it said, hey, y'all, hit the like. Yeah, hit the like for me, y'all. Show me some love, thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm pretty open book. I mean, I don't think there's too much. I ain't got too much I hide. I'm kind of, so y'all have questions, ask away. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh, Arizona. So I was talking about Arizona, too. I jumped questions. So for the person who is in Arizona, I already talked about trucking school. But moving here to Arizona and coming from Chicago, there's a lot of you guys from Chicago here. I'm going to say that right now. And we do get snow, but it's up in the mountains. I was 15 years old when it snowed down here in the valley, and it lasted on the ground about a minute. It was the coldest it gets here in Arizona. If we get in our 40s, I'll be shocked. We normally, like, it's 40. It's 46 degrees. I'm like, well, you can talk to me when I just left 15. 46 ain't crap. I'm in shorts right now and a t-shirt in Arizona. Some of y'all in parts of the t-shirt, and I got shorts on right now. I ain't gonna lie, I got two t-shirts because it's cool. It's 74 degrees right now here in Arizona. Yeah. Shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice. Um, Cost of living is going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than Chicago. Rents right now, depending on where you want to live at, your rent is going to be probably about $1,000 or more a month, depending on what you're looking for. Now, you can go to some places, like if you get into like a little barrio area or in some of the hoodie areas, and our hoods ain't your hoods. So it's going to be what we call the hood. Like I got friends from Chicago told this ain't no damn hood. Why y'all playing? Why you playing? Because our hood is probably like a, it's hood. You know it's the hood, but it ain't hood. It ain't like Cali. It ain't like a Compton. And Compton even has some nice places, but it ain't like a Compton. It ain't, no. And we got hood. We got projects too, but our projects, people think they're apartments. Okay, don't tease. Miss Tasha said, "Don't tease me. It's cold here in Chicago." I'm still trying to figure out what part I want to stay in. Oh, here in Arizona? Okay, so I done lived all over the valley. I'm a Tempe native, but I was born in Tempe. I grew up in Central Phoenix because that's where my grandfather and my mother was, so that's where I ended up. But I was born in Tempe, St. Luke's. I don't know if I was born in Tempe because I was back during segregation. So I don't know if that hospital would allow a black woman to come have her children. I don't know. I'm presuming that's why I was born in Tempe. My aunt went to college in Tempe. My brothers went to Arizona State University. All of them went to ASU. I took classes at ASU. Arizona has changed so much, and my favorite city was Tempe. But now there's parts of the valley that I like based on what you can get. So if you want to be like off of transit, then I'm going to recommend being in Central Phoenix or in Tempe. Tempe has free transit in some of the street areas where the houses and apartments are, where you can just get on, they'll pick you up and then put you on the main transit. They have like little shuttles. I used to do that when I worked at Aetna. Phoenix, when I lived in Phoenix, I lived right off the light rail. So I would just walk out across the street and hop on the light rail. And the light rail would then hook you to Tempe, Phoenix, whatever. Your cheaper places to live if you're buying property is going to be going west. So when you go to West Side, Levine, you're going to get your cheaper places. I don't know, and if you look in, some people want to live closer to their ethnic groups. So in our area, like where I'm at right now, is more heavy. It's a good mix of African American and Latino, but this is a major Latino area. And then the further west you go, like Avondale, where Joe lives, that's Latino. South Phoenix is kind of a mix now, and what used to be the hood has gone through gentrification. So now we have quarters or pockets of that where your main Anglo or white folks bought. And so that has brought the area up a little bit. My uncle and my aunts, they all still live kind of in the hood, even though they have very nice houses, because my uncle worked for the post office and he's a pastor. And then another aunt of mine, she worked for EEOC and in management, in technical management, and she's retired and she has a real nice house, but she's lived in the hood all her life. My cousins are still over there, so I got a lot of family in the hood, a lot of family in Tempe. Tempe has a heavy African American community as well. My phone stopped charging because of the high temperature. Yeah, okay. I may have to end up letting the phone. It said high temperature, but you know what? Well, I guess it is. Let me turn the AC on it. It said high in here. I guess I need to make it colder. It's nice. 74 degrees. I think it was nice. I turned the AC up a little bit, so hopefully phone might cut. It might cut the camera. Let me see what it says. Okay, JJ Gaming said you like the cold. Okay, JJ Gaming, that's Chi-Town Trucker. He in Chicago. He like his cold. Well, you can have that, my friend. Oh, he came in under his Chi-Town Trucker. Oh, he switches accounts. Okay, I'm cool with living around a mixture of everything, just not more bad areas. Definitely need to be near transit. Then, Miss Tasha, if you want to be in here in Arizona, you want to be in transit, Tempe, Phoenix. And try to put yourself Central Phoenix. If you're going to go Phoenix, and then the west side has transit, but it depends. If you're going to be in transportation, though, if you're going to be doing trucking, most of your trucking companies are going to be on the west side. So if you plan on having an apartment, I would say put yourself on the west side. There's decent. They do have a transit company here. So a transit system here is first, I think it's First Trans, and they've got 3 different divisions. Tempe has a division, Central Phoenix has a division, and the West Side has a division. So you like where I'm at right now is like 75th Avenue, and I'm off of McDowell. So that, and then just south of me are all your trucking companies: Knight, Swift, Werner, CFI, not CFI, XPO, and then you have like all the other people. So you got a lot of trucking companies right here in this. The west side is where your trucking company is, because this used to be farmland. So it would be mainly Latino and Black in this area. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, you got any questions, just hit me up in the background. But check out Phoenix, check out Levine, check out Avondale. Avondale's gonna put you a little further, but there's parts that's mainly, it's a heavier Latino population, but it's cheaper. So Phoenix, Levine, Avondale, I'm trying to think. Those would be the areas I would stay on that would keep you on transit. Because like right now, I don't have a car. So if I need to, if I want to, I usually Lyft, but I could also just get my little fat butt out here and I'll catch the bus. Ain't no shame in my game. I've done it before. Let's see what I got. Okay. Shall you switch your account? Travis, you asked where I'm from. I am a native Arizona. I was born here in Tempe, Arizona. So this is my home state and I'm still here, but I'm looking at eventually relocating, and I will probably relocate somewhere where I can have land. I do want a tiny home. I'm going to be going with probably an arch cabin kit. Okay, he ghetto as hell, but I ain't mad at him. So this truck, let me show y'all. Hold on. So normally we park at the ends. This dude, like, I don't feel like walking, making him a space right up there close. I ain't mad at him because my fat ass half the time don't want to be walking either. But he getting real close. I'm not mad at him, but we normally park all the way over there. So I had to show that. He got on his head though. I ain't mad at him. I wonder if he felt like me trying to get up out there and hobble across the yard. Look, I ain't mad. Look, I parked a lot closer than what I normally park too, so I ain't mad at him. But he parked. There's 2 in there. The passenger door just opened up. It's a Latino family. That's some Latino folks. I can barely see. I was gonna be wiping my glasses, but I pulled that down already. I was gonna clean my glasses. Y'all trying to have me hungry. You know fat people gotta eat. Okay, Kid Danger, you said you took the bus yesterday from your truck. Hey, Shannon ain't mad at you. And you know what? If you go like to if y'all ain't been up to Oregon, Jubits, y'all go, any of my truck drivers that get through Oregon, y'all need to go to Jubits. They cool as hell. And because I'm gonna do a home time up in that pathway. That's what Trucker Bill is right now, but he's moving up to, he just got hired on Ashley Furniture. Ashley paying some money, y'all, just so y'all know. He just got hired with Ashley Furniture. I'm starting to drain, I can feel it. And he just got hired on, and I think he can do 70, 90,000 a year. He does have to unload, but it's just a power jack. But you said you got on the bus yesterday. I was gonna say that if you go to Jubits in Oregon, which is a huge truck stop down in kind of like the Oregon area in Portland, there's the bus stop is right there in front. I thought about doing that one time. Hey, one baby girl, what's up, baby? Omar224, bro, thank you for catching me live. Y'all give me a thumbs up, a like, I guess. Somebody told me to tell y'all to do that. I didn't, you know me, I just ramble. I'm doing my live Flossie for the first time. Flossie also is somebody who drove, I think you said you drove bus too. I don't know if you said school bus though. But yeah, so I got a couple of people going bus who are now learning CDL doing trucking. And Flossie, he's from Phoenix too. Or he lives in Phoenix. I'm over here on 75th and McDowell. Yeah, 75th and McDowell. I got new glasses, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw that. These were the old ones. I like the old ones still, though. These are the old ones. Y'all remember these? And this is the new ones. These are Oakleys. And $42 at Costco. Me and Costco got a relationship. I pay like Omar. Yeah, when you Flossie, you back here in Phoenix, or y'all still over the road? Are you in the snow? Flossie's learning from her owner out. Are you still in the snow? Are you here in Arizona, or are you on the west side? Where y'all at? Shy, you said if I get a crib out here, you gonna park your truck at my crib? You stupid. I'm not getting a crib. Well, if I get a crib, it's probably gonna be somewhere in Texas. But since your terminal's based there, yeah, I wanna. If I get land, you know, you and your peeps is always ready. Y'all welcome. You know me, I'm like a big mama. You can come, dude. I'm cool with that. You in Lodi right now? Yeah, I'll be on my way. I don't know, tomorrow or the next day. When my driver manager, I told her I'm ready to go back. I got a load going to Nestle. She said, we ain't even rescheduled it. It's okay. Just let me know when you feel all right. I love her. She really is good people. EB. You know what? I need to show a picture of this pizza I got. So they're all called Blaze Pizza. And while I was on home time a couple weeks ago, or like last week, I'm just coming back. I decided to stop in there because I come from the movies. I do like when I come back, because I'm on the road for usually 5 to 6 weeks. And when I come back, I kind of go and do all my eating, go to my favorite spots. And so while I was coming out the movie, this family was talking about going to Blaze Pizza. And I was like, oh, is it any good? And they said, oh, we love it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go on over. And it was just across the street. You pay $10 and you can put as much crap as you want on that pizza for $10. My thing looked like my fat behind went in there and made that pizza look like a damn mountain. You told me the wrong damn thing. Put as much shit as I want on my pizza. And I like veggie pizza. Flossie, I know, girl, they had me up in the I got stuck. I shut this crap down in Jamestown, New Mexico. I was supposed to be hooking up with Shy. He like, oh, you know, it ain't that bad. You from Chicago, brother. You used to like lake effect snow kind of craziness. Me, I'm like, let me pull this in. But it got bad because actually, honestly, my windshield wipers began to build up and the snow started building. You can only see it. I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden, as I eased off, it was like a convoy of trucks because that snow was coming down so hard. Some people kept going. I said, they must be from Chicago or Detroit. Y'all ain't never been in Detroit. Detroit Lake Effect Snow? I've been in that. That's back when I was working for Pride Transport. The snow started falling, we got the hell off the road. And all the truckers sitting in the front. This y'all, if y'all ain't in trucking, but for those of y'all in trucking who have snow, tell me if this ain't true. Everybody like this. You waiting. It's like you just waiting for it to stop. And then you wait like a certain time, and then all of a sudden you see people start going to the bump, and it's like, the hell, we're not just gonna lay down and come back in an hour. And then y'all all come back, and you leave the curtain open just enough so you can see if the damn snow stopped. Then you want to look at the ground and see how bad it is, so that you can roll it off further. Child, I've been there, done that. Let me see who we got in here new. All right, we got Flossie, EB, Omar, Shy, you changed yours, Miss Tasha. Let's see, I'm trying to see if I missed anybody's questions. I got Brown Sugar, we done talked. I missed any questions, y'all? Black Nation, I'm sorry I deleted that message, but I did read it, so I was able to go back and read it. I guess that I held it too long. Travis Carter, Kid Danger. I got a question for y'all. I'm going to throw something out here to y'all, because I had a conversation on Facebook. It's not a trucking conversation. So Kaepernick, y'all know who that is, right? The one who took the knee for the football and because of the protesting. So I've been on, this morning when I woke up, I got hit because a friend of mine had done something on Facebook that said, hey, y'all mad at Kaepernick for taking a knee, and I guess y'all mad at Martin Luther King, y'all mad at all these other people. And I thought it was a cool post because basically he's saying, you know, this guy has a right to protest, which I agree. I'm a person that believes in free speech. I believe as long as you ain't out here shooting and killing nobody, getting violent or physical, even if you burn the U.S. flag, one thing about our country is we're a free country to do that. As long as whatever you protesting, you do it peaceably, okay? I have no problems with it. Even if I don't agree with you, you do it peaceably, okay? But now you got all these people that if they don't agree with you, then all of a sudden they jumping on you. And I'm saying, you know, you can just say, hey, I don't agree with your stance. This is why I don't agree with it. State your position and then shut the hell up or do your own type of protest, okay? So I guess folks got mad. I'm getting a glare, y'all. Sorry. Folks got mad because I put the whole thing up about Kaepernick. I'm trying to see how I can. don't know if that'll block it. I ain't used this before. Let's see that degree. I don't know if it'll block it, y'all. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Well, a little bit. They got mad because I put the thing up about Kaepernick. So a couple people I used to work with, I was really shocked. They really took it very personal. I'm like, oh my, y'all take this really personal. So for me, I believe you have the right to protest. I believe that he stood his truth. That's his truth. I believe he has sparked a flame and a controversy that needed to be sparked. We need to talk about it regardless of what side of the coin you own. We need to have this dialogue. So to me, as I told the gentleman buddy that I had, former coworker of mine, he sparked the conversation. And we need to have this conversation. We haven't dealt, we really, once Martin Luther King, Malcolm X died, the civil rights movement went to this. It just like even keel. Everybody went to their materialistic living and what we could get and lived a normal life, and nobody stood for too much other than, okay, I can get a job, I can feed my family, but we still struggling in these areas. So for me, I think he sparked a conversation. What say you? Somebody tell me what y'all think. Oh, the sun. You said ain't no blocking God's glory with the sun. I know it's still trying to get in here, right? They got a lot of homeless people over here on this 75th Avenue area. It is so irksome sometimes. I donate to a Phoenix Rescue Mission. I have a problem giving just sometimes to folks on the street. Sometimes I do. I just have to be moved for it. But I do the Phoenix Rescue Mission because they know how to see if somebody's just being a shyster and ripping you off, or whether it's something else. Let's see if we got anybody else in here. I'm going to get my pizza though. Anyway, y'all tell me below in the comments what y'all think, because I'm thinking about doing a video talking about it later on more in depth. Because I had to tell him, I'm like, and it's a Latino brother. And he gonna tell me, Kaepernick was this and he got all this money. I'm like, I don't care how much money he got. He can do what he want with his money. But if he chooses this way to protest, that's that man's. He ain't going up and punch nobody in the face. He ain't shoot nobody. He ain't lynching nobody. Let that brother protest. And he done lost his damn job behind how he protested. He done sacrificed. I'm sorry. Which I really have a problem with the fact they took his job. So that brother had the right to protest. I went to school when people from certain religious backgrounds wouldn't do the Pledge of Allegiance. They got the right not to do the Pledge of Allegiance. That's America. I think it's a little weird. You came to a country you don't want to pledge allegiance to, but we give you the freedom to not pledge allegiance if you don't want to. Hey, Royal Cash, what's up? I'm trying to see who else is in here. Let's see, Omar. Okay, Omar said, I don't care about none of it. I got my own crap to worry about. I ain't mad at you. Look, I'm just trying to live this life. I ain't mad at you, Omar. You keeping it REAL. Let's see. Royal Cash, what's up? Trying to see what else. I think I done been on here a minute, so y'all coming in, but I'm probably gonna be exiting because I'm hungry. The fat lady is. Look, I gotta feed a fat roll. I do. I'm gonna go over here and get me some Blaze pizza. I might do this again later, so I know I got some feedback that some people like it. I've never done this live feed before. If you just coming in, give me a thumbs up. You're gonna have to go back and probably watch it, but I'm gonna get me something to eat. Shot, I'm probably gonna call you on my way over to go get something to eat. For any of you, I know I got quite a few Chicagoans who have said they're thinking about coming to AZ. Hopefully you heard the feedback I gave regarding places to live in Arizona. I'm looking at, I want something where I have like a stream, some land. So I've been looking at Texas, but I'm also been thinking about Tennessee. I have an aunt up in Tennessee. I like the mountain areas. So she owns like 3 pieces of property in Tennessee. And so she has a house she lives in, one she rents, and one is just land up on this major hill where they build like these really big houses. She said she didn't know what she was going to do with it, but it was a good deal, so she bought it. So right now it's just sitting there. I don't want that. I want to be like, I like where you have like you out and you have a stream, water, and I can go fishing. And then I can also garden if I want to, and then I can put my tiny home up. And I'm doing what's called an arch cabin kit if y'all haven't seen that. When I do that process, when God blesses me with the loot to buy the land and start that process, I will be filming it. If God willing, I'll be filming that process. But tiny homes, and I will look. If DCIJams was still doing houses, I'd have them come out and redo my whole thing. You said sometimes we, hold on, I gotta read that. Brown Sugar says, sometimes I think people think we don't have a right to think, really. You know what? That is true. That right there, that preaches. And we say in church, that preaches, that preaches. Um, there's this new mindset that I want you to be a robot like me. I want you to live in this pattern. And, you know, how would we be? And what's made, even with all the craziness we've had in America, what has made us probably a very dynamic country is because we have people from so many various backgrounds, thought processes, and just, it gives us, and I hate that it's a black thing, it gives us flavor. We're a country with a lot of flavor. And I believe that's why so many people in other parts of the world mimic us, especially our culture, African American culture, Latino culture. They mimic us because we bring a flavor to things. Man, I'm draining right now. But we bring a type of flavor to America. And I think that's what makes us unique. So you are absolutely right. That's why folks don't want us. They want to, I don't know what they want. I don't know if they want a robust society, but I think that's dangerous for us because what has made us unique and special has been the flavor that we bring. And I don't really care what nationality you are, what ethnicity you are. When you come here, you come with flavor, and you got to work to make it in America. Look, even the po folk is working, just trying to have beans and rice on the table while you're bullying. You know, you got to come with it. I've been looking at the mobile homes, but if you check out Miss Tasha, it's called Arch Cabin Kits. You can pull them up, and I accidentally came across it when I was looking at tiny houses. Okay, and Shy told me to use the word swag. That's the new kids. I'm old school. Y'all know I'm 50, so flavor was mine. Y'all knew Flavor Flav, right? That's why flavor was hot. But flavor, aka the new swag. But the tiny house I'm looking at is called an Arch Cabin Kit. I think the one I want is about $14,000. They come, they put the whole kit up for you. It can be huge and has a loft area, but you can. It's big. They have different sizes. This is probably the largest one, and you would have a loft up above. The loft I'm doing for guests. I ain't walking no damn stairs. Look, I'm doing here your sheets, your blanket, your towels. And make sure when you leave, you bring that shit back down. I'm not walking upstairs. I'm not walking up. Me and the stairs, look, I'm good. Even once I get the weight off, I'm good. My knees is bad. Well, not bad, but I'm just old. I'm old. My knees, I can get in and out. Shy saw me haul my fat ass up and out this truck. If I haul 400 pounds up and out this truck, oh, that's some work for a big woman. The tiny house I'm looking at is called an Arch Cabin Kit. It's like, I think, around 14 grand. It might be a little bit more than that. They come out, they put it up, and on your land, you can see them doing it in Texas quite a bit. It's kind of cool. And then the only thing I would have to do is have the inside done. And that, like I said, if DCIJams wasn't driving the truck, I'm going to bring, bro, you can camp out here at this crib. How much I got to pay you? And have him come in, because he has some amazing work that I saw him do on his channel when he was just doing his contract work. Now that he's driving, but yeah, or I might talk to him. He might have some buddies in the industry, because I need to hook up with whoever he knows who's legit. They do, the Arch Cabin Kit that I'm looking at, it does have a first floor level, and you can put a bedroom, bathroom, and all that there. It's just how you basically design it or have it designed yourself. So you would have somebody come in and set up how you want your walls, if you want walls, if you want to open, but it also comes with a loft capability. So for me, the loft would be the guest room for me. And actually the one I have would be big enough to put 2 bedrooms upstairs. And I think it's like 1,000, and then with the upper, I don't know how much it would be, but about 1,000 some square feet. It's not bad. And that's still, I mean, that's a large, tiny home, but I like it. It's in an arch cabin. It's like the old Quonset huts from the military. You mean if I'm going to do the tiny house, what I'm going to do for utilities? Am I going to be off-grid or on-grid? I'm presuming you're asking me, Kid Danger. I want to have it to where I can do both. And I really ultimately want to be as less dependent on public stuff as possible. I'm one of those people, I just don't have a good vibe with how things are going. And I think we're going to have another economic crash here in the near future. And I also think it's going to be worse than this other one. So I want to be set up to where if I have to, I can be solar, possibly also wind energy. And I also want to have, what do you call it, where you harvest water. I'm going to set myself up to where if anything happens, I always can be self-sufficient. So yeah, I'm probably going to be one of a little bit of an off-gridder, but I will have some ties to the grid. And I also, like, I'm going to have the propane tank. I want a big propane tank where they can come fill it every so often, and I can run. And I'm thinking about also, if I get enough land, probably putting some other houses up on it and doing Airbnb. And I'm leaning more off-grid. I am leaning, but I want to have the capability that if I need to tie to public stuff, I can. But I am leaning, probably if I go out where I'm going to be, it's going to be more off-grid. I'm going to probably lean solar, and I don't know if I'm going to do wind energy. I've been researching it. Wind energy apparently needs a little more maintenance, whereas solar is less maintenance intensive. So I've been researching it. And hey, Kid Danger 11, I'm going to say hi to you. And yeah, Miss Tasha, you can get it. You can get the arch cabin where it's all on the first floor. What time we got, y'all? I'm hungry. It's 2:19 in Cali, so it's about 3:19 here. All right. I've been running this live for about an hour, so I'm going to cut it off. I might do one later on this evening. Let me see if I got any other questions. So how does that work? You buy the land and they bring the tank. Yeah, I'll finish. This will be my last question, Omar. So what they'll do is plus I need to take some cold medicine because I'm starting to drain and I got the air right on me trying to keep the phone cool. They will bring in the they bring the arch cabin kits. So you can actually go to their website. It's called Arch Cabin Kits. They bring it. It was started by somebody from Texas and New Mexico. These two guys, and they'll bring it out there. They originally were setting them up for hunting cabins, and then people realized, oh, we can make houses out of them. They got really nice stuff and really unique styles. Some people have even created a community cabin kits. But they bring it out there. They have the land. You have the land. They bring it out. They set it up. It is steel. It can withstand high winds, hurricane type winds. And you set it up. So I've already kind of drawn out a vision of what I see. I want mine to have basement capability because I want to use part of my basement as a root cellar and also for wine. So I wanted to have an area where I can actually have wine in the cellar that stays for a while and root cellar for vegetables as I grow my stuff. Okay, Miss Tasha, you already have a tiny home on you. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Did you have yours built or did you do the mobile home? And then that's gonna be my last thing. And while she's responding, I've actually owned property here in Arizona. I did well, and then I got hit real hard in the market. I inherited some property, and I bought properties of my own and rented them out. I had a house in Maricopa. So, Miss Tasha, when you talk about that, after you've been hit in the market where you have to walk away from your home, it does give you a brand new perspective. And when you sit back, and when I started really researching minimalism, it really spoke to me because I thought about it. I was making very good money, but I was living in 2 rooms in my house. Oh, 3, really. Well, yeah, but 2 rooms, really. Living in 2 rooms between the kitchen and my room. Me and my dog, we watched TV in the room. I think I sat in my living room. And actually, I didn't even stay in the master bedroom. I stayed in the guest room because it was clean. It was the coolest room in the house in the summer. So I stayed in one of my guest rooms more than I did any other room. I had like a 1,600 square foot house that I really wasn't. The garage, my room, the kitchen, and the laundry room, shower, back to work. And I didn't enjoy it. So now, what I want to do, I want something that don't cost me no whole bunch of money. I want to buy my land, put my house up on it. Now, Texas has a town that is Spur, Texas. They have become very friendly to tiny house, but you have to hook to their utilities. I don't know that I want to even deal with that because I want to be able. I might want a compost toilet. That's not something they have. I don't have a problem with the compost toilet because they've got the nature head. It makes sense. I've just done a lot of research on off-grid living and how you can really put money aside. I don't want to, my last apartment I was in, and I went through gentrification to where they kicked our entire complex out, and we were paying like chump change, $600, $500 a month for rent. I had a huge apartment. I liked it. It was older. A bunch of old people was in there. I always said I wanted to buy it as a condo. The owner sold it, and the company came in and kicked us all out. They said, hey, you guys can go. If you want to release you from your lease, we want you all out. If you're going to stay on, your rent's going to double. From that $600, my apartment, one bedroom's $1,400 something a month right now, downtown. I want to go through it. It's, you know what, and hey, stop dropping. I love you, mama. How you doing? You and Pierre. What's up, Pierre? Pierre's a truck driver. That's my boy. You and Pierre, you be messing with him. Don't be messing with Pierre. I got love for Pierre. Tell Pierre I'm over here by Waffle House. I thought about going to get some Waffle House while you playing. It's a truck driver thing, mama. Miss Tasha, on the tiny homes and on us as African Americans. Okay, see, why you know I'm already an hour. This is gonna be a longer feed. I'm hungry. I gotta go eat. But let me get that. Stop, baby. That's my homegirl, my Christian sister. What's up? Christian wisdom, y'all. Y'all never. You want somebody? The sister is funny. Check her channel. Stop, drop, and roll on. It's not trucking, but she is very funny, hilarious, and her and her husband, they be killing me. Good people, Christian folk, but she funny as a mug. I'm just saying. I'm sarcastic, but so is she in her own way. She be having me rolling. And Miss Tasha, we'll get back to this. Here's my thing as Black people, and this is my 50 years of experience, okay? And granted, somebody's probably much wiser than me. One of the biggest, and watching my father right now has been really, what God has done, and what I challenge any young person watching me, is look at your parents' lives. Look at their parents' lives if they're around. And look at if you went through something. If you didn't grow up in a home that was wealthy, which most of us didn't. If you grew up in a home where your parents struggled with money, which most of us did. If you grew up in a home where your parents weren't as present as they should be, which most of us did. I was a latchkey kid. Because they were trying to reach materialistic levels that is set aside our society. The other problem in the African American community, I can't speak to white folks. I grew up with y'all, and I understand some nuances of it. And I hate the word white, but Anglo-Saxon or European Anglo people. I can't speak to Latinos, even though I think a lot of you are very much like us, because you guys know how to stretch a dollar just like we do. We make some beans and rice work. I don't care if it's in a burrito or if it's in a pit. Look, with some cornbread on a plate. It's the same philosophy. It's just done differently, okay? If you grew up in that, what wasn't handed down to us was the keys on how to manage money. And I remember, I don't know, and stop, you might remember this, MC Hammer, when he filed that bankruptcy. Here this brother is out of, I think it's Oakland or whatever, California. Here he is, one of the first multi-million-dollar rappers on the scene. He got flack from other people, but then everybody tried to achieve what the hell he tried to achieve, right? Let's go there. And he said something, and I always said this preaches. He said, no one ever told me how to basically, and I might not be quoting him exactly, but it's a good synopsis. Nobody ever told me how to manage money. He grew up poverty. He grew up in a probably a low income middle class family. And in the African American world, we do not teach our kids how to manage money. I'm guilty. I have made some good money, guys, in my day. And I've gone through it like water. My father was, and he's retired now, 100,000+ a year for the railroad. And he says to me, I'm almost broke. He gets a pension every month of close to $3,800 a month. I'm almost broke. Because Also, it's a mindset of our community. We want to be flashy. We want the hair done, the nails done. For the guys, I want the latest, this shot says swag, I call it flavor. You want this the latest gear, you know, the shoes. We have to recondition our thinking around money. We want to buy things and do things, and a lot of times we do stuff to look important or look like we got more than we got, so somebody else can tell us how good we, or somebody else can be envious of what we got. Why? Are they paying the bill? And guns and butter. What's up? Hey baby. Hold on. Okay, so Stop said, I will behave. Talk about tiny house, not us. Share and tell it. She said, share and tell it. I got you, mama. We don't need all that mess. We buy. That's the truth. We stretch one way and waste so much in other ways. Speak on it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Miss Tasha living in her mobile home. Girl, I done seen the mobile home. Look, ain't no shame in my game. Some of them is on hit. But the thing is, it's like our father. You know, we had a little come to Jesus meeting, because when I went out there, he had come into, so the railroad, what they did, just to tell his story, because I think it will bless some of you, especially some of you young people in this trucking industry who are watching me, and people like Shy, you know, like I told him, right now he got a place for his wife to stay. He's newly married, and they need him. If you're a couple, you need to not just live in this truck. Single can do that and stack a little bit of money, but if you're a couple, your wife needs somewhere to stay. You need to be able to go home and get off the truck and be home with your wife, because you're a marriage. So a marriage needs a different environment in order to grow. And y'all, Mama Shannon, Minister Shannon, I'm going to put a little bit of the hat on right now. Not preaching, but just kind of get up in here with some old people wisdom that I've learned over years, of my 50 years. And some folks on here got some probably more than I do. But as minorities, I'm going to speak to minorities because it's more than just African Americans that watch me. Or as people who are in this industry who are not a minority. You might be Anglo and in the lower middle class. It's really more, I think it's for African Americans, I know where it's at. For Latino Americans, I get where it's at. But I also think it's a class thing. I think it's an economic thing as well. That economically, if you're in a certain category and you grew up economically in that category, oftentimes your parents were not taught about how to manage money. So therefore, it was never translated to you, which is what MC Hammer was saying. So we sit back, it kills me, because we get so hypocritical and judgmental when people come into millions of dollars and, oh, he just wasted that. And you can't judge them on that. It's no different than you getting $100 and wasting it and him wasting $1 million. If you haven't been taught how to manage money, it is what it is. Let's see here, Stop said, and that somebody else is flexing mortgage to heal and broke. Yeah, and broke too. I've been there, where I'm trying to make my mortgage, especially when the economy tanked, and so many of us couldn't hold on to our homes. You know, I had properties. And, you know, I'm sitting up here trying to play this game of what folks with big money is doing, and it bit me in the butt. So I now am walking in my learned wisdom. And now you wonder why you got so many people, these college educated people, that are all of a sudden they're going to jobs they hate. Number one, they're going in there and they're going back to a home that they not even feel. They got 2 rooms they live in. And they like, every day I'm getting up, I'm hating my life. My blood pressure is high. I had this happen to a friend of mine. I'm sitting up here trying to pay to fill up a house. And I got nothing to show for it. I'm broke all the time. Or I'm unhappy. That's the other one. The big one is unhappy. You're miserable. But back to my father real quick, and then I'm going to come back to this minimalism. And I got to go get something to eat, y'all. Y'all mess with me because I'm going to get me a veggie pizza. I'll show y'all later. And I'll probably do a live later tonight because I guess people like the live. My father, he got a union contract that got bought out. When it got bought out, the union contract, what they did is they took a, I forgot what it's called. It's a retirement instrument. I want to say a stipend. It's basically they took the money and put it in retirement instruments for all of the people under that union contract. His piece of that that retirement instrument was 100 and some thousand, $40,000. Okay. My father's like, yeah, I gotta get this money they gonna have. That's on top of his pension. It's $3,800 pension. I'll get this money and I'm gonna buy me a $60,000 sports car. You gonna do what? I had never lived in Lubbock before until I went out there. And my first time going out to Lubbock, to understand Phoenix is huge, okay? My father is a native Arizonan, but he got to acting up as a kid. His mama sent him out to Plainview, Texas on a dairy farm to his daddy. And then when he got out the military, he came back to Lubbock and he ended up working in respiratory therapy, and then he ended up on the railroad later on. Got burned out on the medical stuff. So Lubbock, if y'all ain't never been through there, any of my truck drivers, anybody who don't know Texas, Lubbock, Texas, it is where Texas Tech is for my sports people. Lubbock is 15 minutes to the end of town, north, south, east, and west. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I'm going to come back to your comment, Guns and Butter. 15 minutes to the edge of town. Okay? Every north, south, east, and west. So my first time in Lubbock, I was working for Conway. And I got to town. I said, hey, man, I need to get over to Burlington. I need to get a coat because I think I was coming up on the winter months. I need to get some stuff. And he said, oh, Burlington on the other side of town. Okay. Now, stop. You've been to Lubbock, so you already know. You're probably up there laughing. Lubbock is 15 minutes to the edge, north, south, east, and west. Okay. I did not know that at the time. So we went next day. We ate at Rip Griffin's truck stop. His apartment was ghetto, so I ended up taking a shower at Rip Griffin's, and I stayed on the truck. And so he came, got me the next morning. We went to go to get breakfast at Cracker Barrel in Lubbock. We went, I don't even know if it was 10 minutes. And we went over this little circle and over hill, and then there was Cracker Barrel and there was Burlington. I was like, bro, I thought you said, is this a new Burlington? Where's the other Burlington? He said, that's the only Burlington. I'm like, bro, you said it was in the town. He's like, on the other side of town. He's like, this is the other side. Woo! This brother wants to buy a $60,000 sports car to ride around for people to tell him he looked pretty in his car. Crazy as hell. So we had to have a come to Jesus meeting. What we got him was a $20,000 Buick Lucerne, which he don't take care of. First day he got it, he put a dent in it. Beautiful car, fully loaded, pre-certified on, nice car, leather interior, heated seats, all the stuff. His thing was, I look pretty in this car. Why the hell do you care? People do not buy stuff for other people to look at you and give you approval. That is the first biggest mistake with money. Buy what you like. Buy what is economic for you until you can do better, or until you need to do better. I got a whole new mindset. And it's not to say you can't have nice things, but when you're buying things for the reaction of other people, there's a problem. And for the African American folks, it is one of our biggest issues. I can't speak to any other group, but for us, it's a big issue. I watched, and I know y'all think y'all know Woody on here. He's a truck driver. And Woody did an interview with the truck, I can't remember. He did an interview when he was at Prime. And he said that he got rid of his car when he first came into trucking because he could use his money to buy his truck that he now owns 3 trucks, right? 3 or 4 trucks. I can't remember how many trucks he has now. And he's not with Prime anymore. But he also did another little video on the vlog. And what I liked is he said, when I first started in trucking, I had a poverty mindset. Blew my wig off. Now, y'all see how my hair is short. He blew my head out of my socket. What he was saying was how he managed his money was based on a poverty mindset. I was out here buying computers. I was doing this. I was spending this money for this, this, and this, and this. Poverty mindset. We try to satisfy, feel important, feel we got to have the latest and greatest. Biggest mistake you can make. You're not managing your money well. And I'm not saying right now I'm building myself back up. I ain't gonna tell you I got no bunch of money in the bank. I don't. I'm building back up from my mistakes. But I've started researching how to do that. And I'm starting to put in action those feet to how I need to climb myself out of the muck and the mire. And it's a mind shift. And a lot of us, I'm 50 now, you're getting it. For you babies, if y'all younger, start making those moves now. Investing, and I'm going to tell you, be a little careful with the stock market, but investing is a good idea. Getting your retirement set up, getting money immediately for if there's an emergency, an incident that happens. If you're going to be buying trucks in this industry, y'all already know y'all should have about 20 grand put in the bank for if this crap breaks down. Shy just went through, had just coming in as a lease purchase operator, and him and his wife sat down for I think over 30 days waiting for repairs. Not his fault. Another trucker hit him, but it inconvenienced him and affected his pocket. You guys, how we manage money, especially in this industry, is huge. My father is now, he just turned 70 something, and he don't do nothing. He just sleep in the chair all day. That's just weird to me. Won't go in that. But when you tell me you almost broke, and all you do, and he won't cook for himself, that's another thing. And he can cook, he just issues. But I'm almost broke. Now he's still getting his $3,800 pension, but he went through that $100,000 buying watches, buying $400, $500 suits, Stacey Adams shoes and suits, so he can sit in a pulpit and look pretty, or have somebody tell him he looks sexy. Guys, y'all gotta wake up. We gotta break. That's a cycle in us, especially in the African American community. You get your tax refund check and you got new rims on an old car, or you got a car and you go put these big rims on them. I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you. Every paper. Now I get my feet done. I do pedicure. I do manicures more than pedicures. But I get my feet done every time I come back. I get them done. I do it because I'm old and they gotta scrape them, and I get in between the nails. But I ain't getting no fancy nails. Y'all see my nails, and I'm not judging ladies who take care of yourself. That's a difference. I don't taking care of yourself. But if you're doing it to have a look for other people, wrong reason. And if you're doing certain things that you can't afford, you ain't paid your rent, but your nails and your hair is laid. You got kids. You beans and rice, but your nails and your hair. I done seen some. I ain't talking to y'all because I got family, child. I got family from the gutter to the most. I got them all on the system. I've been up in apartments. Other people in their apartments living on the system, and their nails and their hair done. They got the weave done, and these babies looking raggedy. We got to change our mentality, and it's a mentality thing. And so we got to wrap it. And if we weren't taught it, we got to teach ourselves. And there's books. And that's the other thing with our society. We don't read no more. We don't read no more. There's books. So y'all, we can do better. Oh, let me get up in here. I ain't read some comments. Somebody amazing. Guns and butter. I'm going back to you. Hold on. Okay, Miss Tasha, I live in a 3-bedroom home, but I want to get a mobile home and some land. My husband thinks I'm crazy. You might want to put your husband on some, go on here, and I'll preach it sometimes YouTube, but go look at some of these YouTube people who have changed their economic situation by downsizing, buying their land, it's theirs, you own it, putting up a tiny home or a manufactured home, you own it, they pay for their property, and some of them building their stuff themselves from the ground up, and then they tell you how much their financial freedom has changed. It is a mind shift. It is a mind shift. It's hard. Guns and butter is the stock and bonds, artwork, things that appreciate in value. Yes. What's the butter? Cars, clothes, jewelry, things that are melting value. Okay, that preaches. Do not mean anything after you buy it. That preaches. And I'm not saying you can't have a nice ring. I'm a watch official. I love watches. I love big face watches, and I love pricey watches. I ain't gonna lie. I have a thing for watches. I have a thing. I like pens. I'm an electronic geek, but even my electronics, I buy I don't buy them like I used to. I used to pay some big money for electronics. I don't do that anymore. Let's see here. But yeah, those things depreciate. So trying to be flashy and cool, that all depreciates. And yeah, Miss Tasha, that's a smart choice, brown sugar. Yes, Tasha, trying to get him to see that. It takes a little bit because it's a mind shift. It really is a mind shift. And as a couple, you guys both have to be on board to understand that. I mean, it just really does, because that Bible thing, one flesh. Y'all got to be on board because you don't want no tension in a relationship. Let's see here. Show on the videos they are looking better than Some of, yeah, some of the little tiny homes and how they get, and the self-sufficiency. I don't know what he does for a living, so I'm a reefer driver. Matter of fact, I just sent something to my driver manager, one of the beef carriers I carry for here in Arizona. They just came up with a salmonella thing for the beef. Now I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's at fault or what took place. I don't know. I can't. But I've seen some of how our food is handled. I want to grow, in some cases, my own stuff. Some places are superb. I got some that come out here and inspect that trailer with a fine-tooth comb. But some is questionable. I'm just saying. And, yeah, I'm just saying. Some is very questionable. So I've gotten to the point, and you got to eat what you got to eat right now. But I really know that even health-wise, if we were able to become more self-sufficient with even like growing some of our, I remember growing up and stop. I don't know if you're still in here. My grandmother had a garden. Even though she still went to the grocery store, she had a garden. My grandma go out there and pick some greens in a minute, some tomatoes, some okra, some corn, and bring that in fresh. Now she might have some meat from the grocery store, but you had fresh food too. And so, and I also noticed health-wise, her health didn't diminish until she was way older. That woman, she was the help. She cleaned my father's mother. She cleaned Florida, and my grandfather the same way. These people died and we now dying 40, 50, 60 because obese like me, because we're doing a lot of eating out, a lot of processed food. Things have changed. So, yeah, there's a lot to it. Let's see, Miss Tasha, nothing wrong with grooming, but black people do most stuff to show off and go broke, and I'm not going to try to outdo nobody. Right, and that's the mentality. Okay, Brown Sugar said, preach. Stop, drop, roll on. We had gardens, and we can. That's the other thing, y'all. I know. Yeah. So, and that's the other thing. We canning, how to preserve food in case of an emergency. I have callers right now. Stop saying I got callers right now still in my garden. See, that's what I'm speaking on. And in case of emergency, you always had something to eat. So even if your money wasn't right, you could go out in the backyard. My grandfather used to grow, his was squash, greens, corn. He really didn't do tomatoes. He didn't do tomatoes. I knew we had squash, green, corns, onions. But he'd go right in the backyard, and you had a meal. I mean, you could literally, even if you didn't have money, you had something in your backyard you could eat. Again, I come from Oklahoma, people. So, Oklahoma, Texas. And so, you had something. And I remember growing up, and I have something in me so bad right now that once garden. When I was in my little apartment, I was so pissed about moving. Because my little garden was growing. I went out there, had tomato and bell pepper. And it's a totally different, if y'all ain't never see, some of y'all young folks, or you in cities, what they call deserts, food deserts, where like Chicago, which Chicago does have farmland, or Illinois has farmland outskirts, but in the Chicago, the hard city part, if you ain't never had fresh food, or if you in New York and y'all ain't never had a fresh tomato, or you ain't never had a fresh egg out of a chicken coop, child, please. What we getting in the store, y'all have no idea. Even the color of a yolk from a fresh egg from a chicken that you go out there is totally different. The taste is different. It's totally different. And like tomatoes, the taste of a tomato ain't nothing like these tomatoes they picking early and not letting get ripe on the vine. Going out and getting a fresh watermelon, knocking on that bad boy, cutting it up and be sweet as heck. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't. I grew up, and we need, especially, and I'm going to say this, not trying to get too political, with the current political climate and with the things I have feeling that's going to be coming here in the near future, you want to be able to grow your own crap and have some food in the backyard. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because if things go the way I got a feeling they're about to go here in the next probably 7 years, y'all might want to become self-sufficient, have you some money on the side, and own your own place. I don't rent. What I went through with the whole gentrification, it was like a wake-up call. That's why I have everything in storage right now. I have everything, all of what I have in storage. People are like, because I'm not home enough to pay $1,400 a month for an apartment to be there 3 days or 5 days out of every 6 weeks is crazy as hell. So I can put that aside, and when I come, I either stay at a hotel or I stay with my places. I'll stay with my dad or my aunt in Tennessee. Yeah, I'm going to do that. until I have my money together to say, here's my money for my land. Okay, stop. What you say? Stop said, all my friends think I'm strange. Gardening is for old folks, according to them. Whatever we had, chickens, ducks, rabbits, garden, half acre. Ducks, rabbits, garden, half acre, and fruit trees, right. Brown Sugar said, girl, I'm 47 and I love gardening. Bibliophile on board. How you doing, baby? We always had a garden, so even if you're in an apartment, you can grow. Yes. Some of the people in New York do that. Even if you're in an apartment, you can grow in pots, get some heirloom seeds, and use hydroponics. Yes, you can. When I was in my apartment, I actually had a dirt area, but you can even grow on a hardscape. There's ways to do that. You're absolutely right. Brown Sugar, like, right. Ways to do it, and you already know. So yeah, there's ways to do. And I'm gonna get off here, y'all. We're an hour and 26 minutes. I just tried this and it was kind of cool. So we'll be doing more of these. Y'all like it, so I'll do more of this when I have some breaks in between. Miss Tasha said, my family from the South, they grew everything, and now I want to learn to garden. You know, I grew up with my grandparents. My grandfather on my mother's side, he's from Oklahoma. My grandmother on my father's side, also from Oklahoma. And both of them gardened. And, I remember going to my grandma's house, and my grandma, my father's mother. And like I said, she was a help. She walked from her house. She never drove, never had a driver's license. She walked up to these, I forgot what it's called, the towers, which was up from her house. And I'm going to keep it real. She had a stick where I'm like, Grandma, why you always walk with that stick? I'll make y'all laugh. This is my nigga stick, baby. Anybody want to come up and try to mess with me while I'm going to work, gonna get slapped in the head with my stick. It was her way of protecting herself. So for those of y'all, sorry to be offended with that, my grandma kept it real. And my grandma was Choctaw, Chickasaw, and I forgot her dad's Ethiopian background. But anyway, she said the slave that came over was Ethiopian, so she knew her history. But in her birth certificate said she was Native American, and she said, baby, I'm Negro. I'm like, okay, grandma. So whatever, but my grandma was cool as a mud. But they had the garden, and I didn't really, I ate from the garden, and I watched my grandfather till the land to get the dirt soft to plant in the backyard. And I was in a newspaper out here as a little girl with one of those big tall squashes, that oversized squashes that grew in his backyard. We're in the local newspaper with me standing next to it. I think I was 7 years old, and the squash was as tall as I was. He created some weird squash. But I went and started researching online how to get a successful container garden. And there are books like Square Foot Gardening is a really good book by somebody, Bartholomew, I think his name. Check that on Amazon. And I bought that book. That book is really good. It tells you how to do raised bed gardening, which is really a very good idea. I'll get back into gardening later. I know we're trucking, but we're going to talk a little bit about this, and I'm going to get off here. But the raised bed gardening, so we did that. And I did the container ones on my part when I was in my apartment. And like I said, it's different having fresh food from what you get in these grocery stores like Walmart and stuff. And, God bless it. I know we have this is a blessing that we can go to a store and get something. But I also, nobody gonna care and nurture your plants and clean your stuff the way you gonna do. And like even right now, we seeing this thing with the lettuce. And some of the meat. They're getting ready to have a thing about the beef and certain beef that came out of one of the plants here in Arizona, and that it has salmonella issues. And so they put warnings out about that. We've had some stuff that if we do some stuff on our own, we could mainly avoid that. All right. Let's see. Miss Tasha, my family from the South, they do everything. Okay, you said that. She said, we can talk later. Go eat. You starting feeling sick? No, I'm not sick in the stomach. I just don't need to go eat. Brown Sugar at Tasha, I'm not good at gardening yet, but I'm trying. Been trying for the last 2 summers. Brown Sugar, I'm gonna let you know, I failed at my gardening the first 2 or 3 years. It didn't start taking off till almost, and I'm so pissed. The summer right before they did the vacation where they kicked us all out of the complex because another company bought it. And that's when my garden started taking off. And I had I don't know if I have it on here. I might have it on, it might be Pinterest. Pinterest or whatever, one of them ones where you had the photos. You can see pictures of my garden, and what I pulled out the garden. I had heirloom tomatoes. I had bell peppers. I had broccoli. I had a broccoli head like this. It was gorgeous. And then I like to smoke meat, so I have my smoker there. I would grill my veggies. And it's a cool thing. But check out that book by Mark. I think his name is Mark Bartholomew. Look for square foot gardening. If you look for square foot gardening, you're gonna know it. And he actually has something on here. And then I did a lot of research on companion gardening, what sits next to each other. Because another issue you get is pests, and depending on how you sit your plants, and then also what plants attract useful insects that you need, butterflies, bees, stuff like that, and what repels insects you don't that sits next. So how you plant next to stuff is important. And then what do you call it? What you do to the dirt? I can't remember that. It's like manure, but not manure. But you can use manure. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's basically what you feed the dirt in order for nutrients. And I can't even think about it right now because my mind is gone. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. He'll go through that and what you can use and how the square foot gardening works. Square foot gardening is probably, and I use the square foot gardening method with my containers. So what container I planted next, I set those almost in how I set them. I used the plan of a square foot garden and sitting them next to each other. The book is called Square Foot Gardening, and it is by, I believe the author is Mark Bartholomew. You can find it on Amazon, but I have also found around the country, not Dollar Tree. What might be Dollar Tree? Dollar Tree or Family Dollar. Sometimes they have a book section, and sometimes they have some copies of older versions of that book for like $2. But you can get it on Amazon.com. It's Square Foot Gardening. If you can't find it, message me below, and I'll find the link on Amazon because I'm a Prime member, and I'll just send you the link. Get off of it. I don't do all that. I'll send you the link, and then you can pull it up. I don't do all that. That's not something. I know people become partners. I used to be an associate for computer stuff, but I'm not. I don't do that anymore. So because it's too much work. So I put the link for you below if you need it. So just ask me. Compost is a form. But compost is a form of getting your nutrients. It is really good. What I did, I wasn't composting there at the apartment complex. I would do it if I was at my own property. But there was a fish solution, like where they made like a fish solution, and it was like what do they call it? Where it was like really a strong version, and you have to add water to expand it. I don't know, my mind probably do need to eat because I'm not thinking good. I used that. A fish emulsion, and I used that on my garden, and it took off. It was really good. There's different ways. Eggshells. Some people use the coffee grounds, which helps, I think, your pH and stuff of your dirt, and stuff like that. My garden would start off good. You get on the pop up, and then you didn't have your nutrients in your dirt, so it's how your fertilizer. It's how you're fertilizing, and it doesn't always have to be cow manure. If you do cow manure, definitely research that. That is, I think, sometimes some of the ways that we get certain, because if they depending on who you're using. There's one called Gold something that's pretty decent, that has a good standard, but you got to be careful at who's you're using when you're using fertilizer. I know my grandfather just used whatever back in the day, but like I said, he grew up and some people, you're out near farms. If you are, the only thing is you want to make sure that cow manure is cooked. And what that means is that it has to bake in that sun for a minute before you're supposed to be using it in a garden. So, emulsion, the fish emulsion. Yeah, that's what it was. Stop, drop, roll. And that's actually pretty good in the garden. My tomatoes did well with the fish emulsion. When I did that and I mixed it, I got something off Amazon. I had researched. And I mixed it with water. It was a concentrated emulsion, fish emulsion. And then I mixed it in the water. And then I would go out there and pour that, I think, once a month on my garden. And whoo, everything took off. So what's happening is your garden's taking off, but you're probably not feeding it the nutrients it needs on a regular basis. And what you need to do is find a system. The other thing I found is I wasn't watering frequently enough. So I ended up setting up a timer and a drip system, and that also made a huge difference. Some of those things, because I'm in Arizona and it's really hot, you also have to know where you're at. The other thing you can do online that I did was I researched what to grow when. And there are calendars. Your state has an agriculture calendar that tells you your planting season for where you live. And I had links for that on my computer. I don't know if I have that computer with me because I have two computers with me and then one in storage. So I don't know if it's on the one in storage or that one. Y'all, it's an hour and 30 minutes. I'm getting ready to go. I will be back on later. Stop. I love you, sis. I haven't talked to you in a while. I'll be getting out the devotionals because I've been lax on that. God's been dealing with me on a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't know if you watched the video. And then I'm dealing with company stuff right now because I'm trying to decide to stay, to leave, when to leave. If I do leave, I'm talking to other companies, so there's a lot going on. My problem is that I really like the driver manager lady I have. She's really, really, really good, but I'm not making the money I know I can make here. And what I would have to do to try to make that money with equipment that I drive, I'm not willing to do. So I take my time driving some of our equipment. I'm just keeping it real based on what I'm dealing with. And so it's just how I mean, it can pass, but I know that I'm just cautious. I'm more cautious. All right. Yeah, be baby girl, because I got to make some decisions, and I'm praying God directs me accordingly. I know I'm going to be here until probably mid-January, possibly February. Worst case scenario. Unless I see some big changes. I'm cleaning stuff up off the truck right now because I'm down, and when I don't like clutter, and I've got a lot of stuff on this truck that I need to get off anyway. So tomorrow Joe's gonna come and get some of the bags and stuff. I've been fighting the cold. I was out in the freaking snow. So anyway, y'all be blessed, and so give me a thumbs up, like, and tell me what y'all think about this live. This is the first time I did this. I watched DCIJams do it, and I was on Facebook, and I might do some on Facebook, so y'all can hook to me on Facebook too. But he did it last night, and I tell you, it helps a lot being alone in this truck to kind of shed your mind and then interact with y'all on here. I like the little interaction. Cool. Brown Sugar, thank you for watching. Stop. Miss Tasha. Let's see, Bibliophile on board, thank you for watching. Who else we got? Shy, if you still in here, thank you for being on here. Guns and Butter, I love that name, man. Brown Sugar, it's been a pleasure. Miss Tasha, Flossie 1. Let's see who else we had up in here. Omar 224, Kid Danger 11. Shy, you already know you my adopted son. Royal Cash, man, what's up? Haven't heard from you. Well, let me know how things are going in the back. I remember correctly, are you the one that I hooked up with the headhunter? I know we've talked before, but let me know how things are going on in the background. EB, welcome to the channel, and thank you for watching. And yeah, I'm going to give you a veggie pizza. I'll take a picture later. Flossie, I'm here in AZ. I'm on my way to Cali. I'll be on my way to Miraloma, Yorupa area. I think it's right up from my terminal. Shy, let me know if you're on your way to Cali, because I know you go between East Coast, West Coast. Travis Carter, you still in here, thank you. Quan the Gamer, what's up, man? Black Nation TV, my baby boy, love you, man. Be safe out there on them roads in Cali. Let's see if I got anybody I missed up in here. I'm trying to hit y'all up. I got Quan. Trying to see. If I missed anybody, I want to grind Mo J. Thank you and be safe. Love your channel. I'll be watching you, bro. I think I got most of y'all that been up in here with me. Somebody Big Dreaming. Who is this? I just saw that. Who was that? Big Dreaming. I need to be Big Dreaming. Hold on. Somebody. Travona G. Guan the Dreamer. And somebody was Big Dreaming. Oh, Dreaming Big. Dreaming Big. What's up? Anyway, I'm going to head my butt off of here. I will, Bibliophile. Thank you for telling me to be safe out here. Stop. I was watching you and Pierre. Y'all are funny as heck. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm going to be out of here. I'll do some more of these, and I'll probably do them at night or whenever I stop and jump in here, and y'all, we can talk. Y'all know we talk about anything, and my mind is, I'm analytical, and I analyze everything, and I know the Lord gave me that mind, I guess, for a reason, because right now I'm analyzing a lot of stuff going on right now in our world. And if y'all don't know, y'all better know, because we got some stuff coming up that ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty. And I know a lot of people don't like who we office, but I'm gonna tell you this: God gave us, so we need to get some stuff straightened out to get the craziness out. Because I mean, we crazy right now, right? Just saying. He gave us a leader that's just like us. You know, all the stuff is self-centered, narcissistic, pervy, sexual issues, shady. I mean, I worked in business. Everybody said, "Oh, we want a businessman." Oh, okay. Business is dirty. Business is dirty. And y'all get ready to see a whole bunch of dirt coming out. It ain't gonna be pretty unless they can get it covered up good. But even if what you do in the dark, it comes out in the light. I don't care who you are. I don't care whether it's you, me, anybody else. That's just the way it works. It's the way it works. It's like it's just a principle of life. It just is. So we got to watch what we do. I remember when I first went to ministry, lady said, "Baby, I want to let you know, folks watching you. The higher you go, the more exposure you have, the more folks is watching you." That's why I finally got to the point I really don't try to hide too much anymore, because what you do in the dark, it's going to come out in the light. Y'all be blessed, be safe, be praying for me to make some decisions and some things open up. I know some of y'all have hit me up in the background about trucking companies to come to. I know I'm talking with Shy's people. I got information about Prime. I got some more questions on Prime. Prime would be my first choice, but I'm really concerned about being able to pass their physical, because I had the fracture and I do have a limp now and I'm fat as heck. SRT would actually probably fit more of who I am. It puts me down in Texarkana, which puts me near Texas, which is near my father. Where I'm at right now, they don't have a lot of Texas stuff, and when they do have Texas stuff, they lower me down, and the next day I'm stuck in the East Coast, which is not where I want to be. I may end up talking to the headhunter about trying to get a regional or dedicated run. That might be something I look at. I'm also looking at local companies in the Lubbock area, because I can stay with my dad and then be home until I build more money and then go buy my own property. Spur, Texas has, like I said, they have a good opening for tiny houses. So I've got a lot of things going through my mind. I'll be praying for y'all. Y'all be praying for me. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, like, subscribe if y'all haven't done that. Share this out if you haven't done that. I'll put the links to our Facebook pages. If y'all haven't hit us up on TheTrucker411, y'all can hit us up on that. We try to help a lot of new drivers, as you know, and I'm in the background of even Facebook. Y'all don't know, I talk to drivers brand new, and I send out information, or I direct them to other drivers that I know. I still have connections to Trucker Bill. If you have any questions that I don't know, he's pretty open, and I also still have connections 1 years in the industry, so I'll help y'all out on that way. Y'all be blessed. I'll be back on here later. Y'all check out my people, Chi-Town Trucker, Stop, Drop, and Roll is on here. If y'all got channels on here with content, let me know what you do. I'll check it out. If it's something that pertains that I like, I'll subscribe. I ain't no shame in my game. I watch a lot of stuff. I just got through watching a bunch of tiny home builds today while I was down. Anyway, I'm going to go feed myself, because it's like 3 o'clock, and the only thing I had was some crackers and a piece of meat early this morning for breakfast, and I took my meds. So, peace.